What's up, trans brothers and trans sisters? I know I haven't been here in a while, and the channel has been MIA for about 2 weeks. I want to first apologize about that. I've personally been going through a lot of stuff, so it's kind of been a little hard for me. Either way, we're back. And I want to first start off before I go on to the topic that any auditions, I'm going to be working on that this coming week. I'm having surgery tomorrow, so I'll have plenty of time on my hands. But as of right now, I need to just put that on hold for 1 second. We do actually have a new collab We do have a new collab member that is FTM, and that is because we've lost a few people throughout the time, and he'll be here on Friday, and you'll get to meet him. Alright, so this week's topic is pretty much free-for-all, pick your own topic video. It's almost 4 a.m. here. I'm semi-tired, semi-anxious, semi-running on adrenaline, so yeah. I'm thinking of something to do because I'm a day late. So I figured out I want to talk about my experience of basically, if you guys don't know, or basically I identify as pansexual/bisexual, call me either one, and I'm more attracted to men than women. That's just how I am. So I want to talk about an experience I had where it's the first time since coming out as transgender and medically transitioning, being in a very dominant / mostly male setting. Yeah, we're going to explain about that. What happened, how did it feel, a bunch of different stuff like that. Now, I'm not one who likes to go to clubs or anything like that, so if I ever meet anybody, it's either at groups, support groups-ish, or whatever, or just happen to meet them, or other groups that I'm a part of that I meet them. It's never I meet them at a bar or at a club. Now, I have a friend making a documentary, so I was helping him out with that. So that's pretty much why I ended up going, which ended up being a godsend, to simply say the least. But yeah, I ended up going because of that. So I helped him out. So this is how my night went. I walked in there, and I want to explain how I felt at first. I went there as I'm mostly going to help my friend out with making his documentary, and not really knowing what to expect besides that. So I pretty much went in there not knowing what to expect. I went in there being like, I'm probably going to get kissed or made out with a guy there or something, just because that happens to me. Don't ask. I kind of just saw that coming. So I was like, well, I'm going to be, outwardly presenting myself as male, but if something happens, I'm going to come out to them, because it's not fair for me to do anything physical with someone without them knowing. So, get in. The night begins, helps my friend doing his documentary, and after a while, I end up taking a break. He said, you could sit down, it's okay. Someone I knew that I met before came up to me, and started talking to me and stuff. It was cool, it was nice, and besides it, after that, I got hit on more times than I can count. So it was pretty cool, pretty interesting, being hit on as a gay male. So, no one even second guessed that I'm trans. And sometimes I worry, I'm like, oh god, my voice, oh god, my upper part of my body, is people gonna realize? No one realized. So eventually, through time, we ended up going outside, and I'm not gonna get into detail what happened through my night, but I was read as male. the whole time. There was a conversation I had with a few people that were outside that were drunk. Yes, I was sober. I don't drink. And they all thought I was a guy. Not thought I was a guy, but it was pretty interesting. So through the time of being in a gay setting, in an all male setting, I felt a lot more comfortable. Um, and I realized something, which is, it was good that I went through this, I guess you can say. I realized that now that I kind of had this icebreaker, that even though I'm still dysphoric about myself and whatnot, that I can now move on with doing that. Because for years, I mean, I went to lesbian bars or lesbian clubs, I guess you can say, before I came out. And for me right now, it's like, if I want to meet women, I don't feel that's the right thing for me. And in general, I'm not the kind of person that goes out looking for someone. If someone finds me, great, whatever. But I'm not denying the fact that it would be nice every once in a while to go to a bar. Now, the lesbian bars here, especially one specific one, is very accepting of trans guys. Very accepting of any guys going in there in general, as long as they don't perv on the women. Now, my belief is I should not be going in a lesbian setting because of how I identify and who I am. So lesbian bars are off limits. If my friend wants me to, like, I have a friend that is not here right now anymore, but if she ever came to visit again and she wanted me to go with her or wanted to go, I would go with her. But I wouldn't be going alone to lesbian bar. But now I definitely feel a lot more comfortable with potentially going to a gay bar, not a club. I don't like clubs, but going to a gay bar. So yes, the next step in my process, as for socially transitioning and whatnot, is to get myself to go to a gay bar. I've realized that here they're a lot more accepting, and I've also realized that through time that nowadays there's so many gay males that are accepting of trans guys. They'll be with trans guys, they'll date trans guys or whatever, and they're cool, they're awesome. And that's another fact. There are some that are like, no, you're not biologically male, get out. But there are plenty of gay guys that will date trans guys or be with trans guys or anything to that extent. So that made, just the night made me realize certain things and made me feel a lot comfortable and made me feel a lot comfortable with myself. And it was a really big ego boost for me as well. And the funny thing is, and I'm going to end with this story, is when I was going into the club, or I guess you could call it, and I was on the list because, I was helping my friend out, whatever, either way. And they even saw my ID and they saw my name and stuff, and they saw that I haven't changed my name on my IDs yet. I'm working on a lot of this stuff after my hysterectomy because it's gonna be a lot easier. Either way, they saw my name, they saw my gender mark on there, and they still were like calling me sir and everything. And I mean, it's kind of obvious I have facial hair. They probably thought that they put the wrong gender marker for some reason. And it does happen because I have known plenty of women who, for some reason, they've gotten a male as their gender marker. Who knows? But it was really awesome that even, through seeing that, constantly getting sirred the whole night. And then, even in the beginning, before it started, the DJ was talking to me and it was like, I don't know, I felt like one of the guys. It was awesome. It was awesome. So the end result of all this is I'm starting to feel a lot more comfortable with who I am and who I'm meant to be, and a lot more comfortable in the settings that I believe I should be in. So I will see you guys next week. Hopefully, I should be feeling better-ish by then. I'm going to be going through recovering from surgery, so I don't know. We'll see. If I can't make a video, there's definitely going to be a topic. Bye, guys.